How can we conquer digital when we were still analog? In 2012, we decided that we were no longer going to accept doctors that didn't have scanners.
You know, many of you know Franky Acosta with AA Dental Design in Murrieta, California, from his dynamic presentations on stage, his quality craftsmanship here. And in season 1, we chatted quite a bit about that. But what I want to do here is I want to talk about the expansion of what AA Dental Design has become. And the man, the myth, the legend, Franky is here. How you doing, bud? Good to see you. Good to see you. All right, so I want to jump in here. I haven't seen this yet.
Yep.
So I want to jump in there and see what you guys have going on, then dive into how this all started.
Yep,
all right,
do it.
Let's go. So, Franky, you and I, we've chatted quite a bit, you know, over the years that we've known each other, at conferences, randomly seeing each other. You know, it's great to have, you know, this conversation in your home, though. You know, we haven't sat in here before. This is actually my first time in your facility.
Yes, yes.
And this all started in 2010?
Like the room that we're sitting in was actually the original lab.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we started here, closed this one down, got the third section down, and then kind of built back to this one.
So with the expansion here, give me like the clip notes of the expansion in total.
So in the building now, we sort of wanted to set up where it would kind of become like a U. In the middle, we have the education, so that basically just kind of creates, you know, our study clubs, everything that we do. But when you walk in through the front door, the first thing you see is administration. Then you keep going. You know, on the right side, we have all our designers. On the left side, they basically make sure that everything that comes out of the mills and out of the printers, they create, finish up, add their own flavor to it, and then, you know, ship things out. And then you can walk around the back, that's where our mills are. And then this section here, we kept, you know, adding printers. So this is where we're doing most of our prints.
Yeah, and I want to talk about that expansion a little bit later on. 14 years ago, this all came to life.
Yep.
But you started in this industry, I mean, really, basically when you were 16 years old.
My dad gave me some keys to some car.
Okay.
And I was all excited, and I thought to myself, yeah, I'm just gonna go hang out. And the next thing I know, he said, I'll see you at work on Monday, because the car doesn't pay for itself. My dad, you know, he's an old school tech. He was so hands-on that at the end, he wasn't really creating a business for himself. What he was creating was a job for himself, right? He'd come in the morning, he would do his thing, but everything went through his hands. You know, that's not scalable at that point, because everything has to be like him. And then finally he gave in, and we bought our first mill. And that's when I opened up this laboratory, because I thought to myself, you know, I'm just gonna go down this direction, and I'm gonna leave the past in the past, and that's kind of how it happened.
When you opened up your own lab and you decided to just truly adopt the digital workflow, and you know, you brought on staff, you built this, you know, this company. What were some of those hurdles? What were some of the things at the early, back in 2010?
How can we, you know, become or conquer digital when we were still analog? In 2012, we decided that we were no longer going to accept doctors that didn't have scanners. And it was kind of like we restarted the business 2 years later. It was kind of crazy, but you know, this is what we have today. So
yeah, that's scary.
And then we said to ourselves, okay, these are the companies that we want to look at what they have and now incorporate it into our workflow. So that's kind of like the, you know, the first part of it. And then the second part was, okay, we need to be educators. So of course, you know, we got PACE certified. We decided that was the route. We needed to educate our clients to work with us. And those, I mean, again, if we're known as a digital workflow laboratory, then we needed to make sure that our clients understood exactly from A to Z how that workflow was. So that was the importance of the education, you know, moving forward.
Maintaining a business, that's difficult. To get to the top is, you know, for a lot, it's like, oh, we made it to the top. But staying on top is tough. How do you do that?
You know, I started watching a show. It was with a guy named Marcus Lemonis.
Okay.
He would come in with the simple philosophy was he wanted to invest in companies that had what he called the 3 Ps. What is our product, right? The first P. What is our process? And then what is the people that that work with us, right? And I have a lot of mentors that I teamed up with, and they really, taught me the process of growing a brand and then growing a business. How do you create a business? Something that is breathing, something that is, sustainable by itself, stuff like that. I told everybody, hey, the world's about to change. We're creating a business now. And then that's when we took it on. That was actually in 2000, probably about 15, maybe 2016. And, we just been growing since.
I love how you've grown. I love how you educate. I love, your speaking presentation. What a lot of people might not know, though, you're a big baseball fan.
Yes.
Big Dodger fan.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You're not a fan of the Padres.
No.
I'm a big Padre fan.
I know.
So with that said, I want to talk more about the expansion of, the facility here. But I also want to, see what you've got. Do you still have some baseball talent?
Me? Well,
Yeah.
I don't know about that. I was a catcher for many years, and
Well, I want to see what you still got.
oh boy.
See what your batting average is all about.
Okay. Oh,
What do you
boy.
say? You want to go try something?
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah,
Hope you're ready.
I'm ready.
You better stretch, because I'm stretching.
All right.